Yo guys, welcome to the video, it's Smirk, and let's just say, I've got a kinda crazy story time for you guys today. This is the story time of how I got kicked out of my last school. I've been saying it for a little while, I'm gonna tell it, and I was questioning it, because there's certain stuff you can't say on YouTube and all that stuff, but I've just come to terms with it, and I'm gonna say it, because it's a good story. Alright, so this story starts off just like a normal day. I'm going in school with my friends, it's a Thursday, and life is all good. But at the time, I had this thing called derealization and depersonalization. I still have it a little bit every now and then, but at this current moment in time, that day, I had it bad, like really bad, like worse than I've ever had it before. I didn't feel real. I felt like I was in a dream. Like it's hard to explain. Like I knew I wasn't in the dream, but when I looked around, nothing looked real. It looked all blurry, slow motion. Like, bro, it just didn't feel like I was controlling my life. It's weird. And at this time, also, I felt really, really depressed because a lot of shit was going on. But basically, I just powered through the day. I was fine. I knew it'd be alright. I had little times and moments like this every now and then, and I knew it'd go away soon. So, I saw my friend's brother. My friend's brother was in year 7, and my friend was a girl, and basically, I grabbed her little brother, and I was just mucking around with him in the corridor, just like roughhousing him, and I walked down the corridor with him, and he bumped into someone when I was holding him, or I bumped into someone, and this kid turns around and says, "Who the F," I can't say it on YouTube, he said, "Who the F did you just bump into?" And I was like, bro, like, you actually gonna get that mad about that? Well, I didn't say that, but I certainly thought it. I was just looking at him in shock, really. And he didn't really give me that much time, because the second he said that, about a second and a half later, he pushes me. And my head smashes into glass. Like, the glass didn't smash, I don't know how to explain it, but my head smashed into this glass thing. It was a thing that, like, it was like around the canteen, it was like a glass window. And my head was fucking killing, but I didn't even have enough time to think about that. I bounced off the window and instantly, this is like where this derealization thing comes in. I did not feel real. I did not know what was going on. I just punched him around the face, bro. I thought I was the Flash. Like, you know how the Flash can put stuff in slow motion, bro? That was me. Like, everything was going slow motion. That derealization thing was crazy. And then it just looked like I was watching my life at this point, and I feel like this was a bit of fight or flight as well. And the derealization mixed together was not a good thing. And I was smoking a lot of, you know what, at the time, so that maybe caused something, I don't know. But basically, I punched this kid round the face about, I'd say, a solid 10 times, something like that, 15 times, yeah, it was probably about 15 times. But basically, after he pushed me and I hit my head against that glass window, I punched him. It weren't even full pelt, can I say, but it was a it was a good amount of force to knock him on his ass, let's just say that. So he fell down, but he managed to like grab onto my jumper or coat, whatever I was wearing at the time. So he tried to pull me down with him, but I ended up pulling him up, and he swung at me again. So I just put him in a headlock, swung him onto the floor, and when he was on the floor, I was just throwing fucking haymakers into his face, bro. No, but right, real shit, yeah. He was on the floor. He was in a headlock. I was like rapidly punching him in the top of the head, like the eye, all that stuff. And I stopped because I was just, fight or flight. I stopped because I kind of realised what I was doing. And he threw another punch at me, so I just punched him. And every single time he moved, I tried to fight back. I just punch him again. And the teachers was all saying stop, stop. There's a massive crowd of people around. But it's weird, like, I look back at that day and I think, why did I even start fighting? Like, I feel like it wasn't that big of a deal. He just pushed me into a glass window. He barely even said anything. He just said, "What's your problem, mate?" Like, that's when I was going through stuff. This is like a fight that was actually my fault. But anyway, guys, let's just say, instantly, this big Russian guy runs over. He's a teacher. He's like Russian, really scary. He goes, "Break it up, break it up." I can't do a good Russian accent, I'm sorry. But he says, "Well, break it up, break it up." And then he claims to the other teachers he dragged me off him, but in reality he did not do shit. I stood up because I started to realise what I was doing, because my brain started coming back to reality. And I stood there and I was breathing like this. I was like, like just fucking looking at the wall. I was so mad. And this other kid was sitting on the floor. I think I might have knocked him out because he had like a red under eye, and he just looked phased, like he was looking around weird, and yeah, it was not good. And I just realised at this point, oh shit, what have I done? But anyway, this guy has to separate us quick. One teacher's shouting at me. She looks like she wants to fight me as well. She's going, I know you used to go to my husband's boxing club. You know how to fight. You shouldn't be doing this. And I'm like, in my defence, I was just defending myself. Like, I hit my head first. I was just defending myself. It was fight or flight. She's like, me, just moaning. Obviously, never been in that situation before. But, this Russian guy, I can't remember his name, he takes me into his office, and my year leader's there. All the teachers are talking to me, they're talking about kicking me out of school. And honestly, bro, I went pale as a ghost, and I was just staring at the wall, rethinking my whole life, because a lot of stuff was going on at the time. But they end up putting me in this other office. I go home late because my dad has to pick me up. They didn't let me walk home that day. And what's it called? They have like a little quick meeting, real quick. Oh, I remember the Russian guy's name. Actually, wait, I can't even say it because I'm not allowed to say people's names on YouTube. But yeah, the Russian guy says to my dad everything. He makes it sound a lot worse than what it is as well. By the way, he's saying I started on him, all this stuff, even though he wasn't even there for that bit of the fight. All the teachers are saying it's the most violent thing they've ever seen, when in reality, it was bad, to be fair, but you know, it's not that bad. um, yeah, but basically, I ended up getting suspended, and this was before I had the 2 weeks. So on a Thursday, the next day I didn't go into school. On a Friday, I had the weekend, and then 2 weeks off. And over this 2 weeks off, I was still finding out if I was suspended or permanently excluded, because my school's bad at that type of stuff, and they were still figuring out what I was doing. So that put me through a lot of stress for my whole holiday. And then oh God, I'm speaking a lot. I haven't done one of these in ages. But I came back, I went to my school, and they said, we really want you to come back, we've analysed it, and we just want to suspend you, or whatever, for like this time being, just give you a little suspension. Suspension's done, because, it was going to be a suspension or an exclusion. So, basically, when everyone went back to school, I didn't go in for those other 3 days, because I had a 4-day suspension, but it could have been a permanent exclusion after that suspension as well. But, basically, I had another chance. My mum didn't really want to send me back there because she thought it was a bad school as well. But 2 days later, I go and smoke. I can't say it, but I smoke that Zara in school. And let's just say, I walk home. My mate didn't let me in his house because he was faded and his mum was there. And yeah, I had to go home, do the walk of shame. And my mum caught me when I'm high, because I can barely speak when I'm high. And my mum messaged the school what I'd done, and I got kicked out of school. It's just the school and my mum both agreed it would be better if I moved to a new school. But since then, I've done so much better at my new school. And another thing, guys, I forgot to say, about 2 weeks after that fight happened, a few people were telling me that he was telling everyone in his lesson that day that he had a fight with me, that he wanted to find someone to fight, and he really wanted to fight someone, so I guess he got his fight. That probably shows why he was so aggressive in the first place. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this story time, please drop it a like, sub to my channel, because I love doing these. I'm never going to stop doing them, because I fucking love them. I really enjoy doing them. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.